Visualize command over your realm of existence, where verbiage acts as your potent allies, yet also deceitful enemies. Today's journey delves into the tactful art of Stoic muteness, where the unsaid commands immense clout. I unveiled 10 realms that, as a contemporary Stoic, you must traverse with extreme caution. These topics are pivotal in swaying the fate of your personal dominion, for better or worse. In this epic, our data reigns supreme. Your reticence forms an unbreachable, regal fortress as we navigate these territories of tacit might. Recall that your legacy is sculpted not just by disclosures, but by what you astutely withhold. Remain here, for each topic we dissect is a stride towards mastering Stoic strategic reserve. This isn't mere counsel. It's your armament in a cosmos filled with verbose combat. Prepare your intellect, for the upcoming wisdom would be the essential guard in forthcoming skirmishes. Let us embark into Stoic silence's domain. First, the hushed aspiration that drive you internally. Within every individual lie silent hopes and muted desires. Ponder the last instance of modest joy or a covert goal quickened your heartbeat. Perhaps it's the neglected guitar in the corner, yearning for your touch, or the serenity of a dawn jog while the world slumbers. These private sparks, often ignored in daily hustle, are your secret motivators. It's common to want to declare these dreams, to validate them through sharing, yet beware, spoken prematurely. These aspirations might wither under others' judgments or misinterpretations. Not all will appreciate your blues passion or relish in your garden's blossoming. Stoicism teaches us the merit of constraint. Keep these ambitions near your heart. They are for you to cultivate in your soul's quiet nooks. When ripe, they'll emerge, not as mere murmurs, but as resolute manifestations of your will. Let these silent goals propel you, speaking only when fully realized, ready to stand robust against worldly clamor. This is Stoic fortitude, the power of unvoiced dreams. As the ancients whispered, echoing through time, the dreams that linger in the heart, silent chambers, are the soul's hallowed monologues. Consider the enigmatic Socrates, whose thoughts reach us not from his pen, but through his disciples' legach. His reticence has birthed a lasting enigma, a symbol of unspoken power. This analogy is poignant for modern individuals in an era where life's minutiae are openly broadcasted. There is profound strength in the private. The innermost yearnings, those nascent inklings, embryonic dreams, are fragile. They are the raw essence of your future brilliance, not to be wasted in idle talk. Contemplate this amid demands for openness. Cherishing the dreams still hidden, cultivate them in your mind's solitude. Like whiskey aging in charred oak barrels, let them mature unseen, emerging not as ephemeral thoughts, but as enduring entities, resilient against reality's trials. Until the right moment, shield them. They are the sparks that might ignite your fate's flame, the silent anthems of ambition, the unseen magic propelling you onward, destined to unfold at your command, under your governance. Next, your shortcomings and areas of frailty. Every titan of industry, every historical icon has within them a concealed battleground, where their most significant weaknesses lurk, like the legendary Achilles and his vulnerable heel. We too harbor sensitive areas within our defenses. These are not mere imperfections, but sacred facets of our persona. warranting our most careful concealment. Reflecting on Stoic philosopher Epictetus' words, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them," we grasp a profound truth. It is not the existence of vulnerabilities that dictates our fate, but our perception and management of them. To be vulnerable is to be human, to have brave challenges, survived storms, and gained insight etched into our very essence. These vulnerabilities should be recognized, indeed, but need not be openly displayed. To reveal them indiscriminately is to allow the unrefined anvil of public opinion to reshape them, possibly distorting our self-perception and acceptance of these private truths. Our personal fragilities are not for public exhibition, for sympathy or affirmation. They are our battles to fight, to conquer, and to integrate into our life's richer narrative. Thus, protect them as you would your most guarded secrets. In managing our vulnerabilities with Stoic dignity, we find the immeasurable strength of character that typifies the truly great. In our internal sanctuaries, we face our frailties. Acknowledging them privately is not evasion, but strategic reinforcement. It is in solitude's embrace that our flaws are reforged into milestones of self-growth. Historical annals abound with figures who, aware of their frailties, transformed them into strengths. Consider Abraham Lincoln, whose private struggles with melancholy molded his deep empathy and leadership acumen. Alternatively, Julius Caesar's tale offers a cautionary note. His misplaced trust in close associates culminated in his downfall. These historical narratives underscore a pivotal Stoic principle: the prudent acknowledgement and management of our vulnerabilities. Contemporary society often prompts us to bare our souls to the world, advocating for complete transparency. Yet there is significant power and intentional restraint. Embrace and refine your vulnerabilities in your life's secluded nooks, but resist the urge to openly dissect them. There is wisdom in keeping certain chapters of your life as hallowed texts, accessible only to a select few, or perhaps to none. After all, there's a certain allure to mystique, and oftentimes true might lies in the pages we choose not to turn. Third, the unvoiced battles we engage in. Every person is an island, grappling with unseen wars beneath a Stoic facade. These inner tumults, like the ocean's mysterious and profound depths, forge our character, honing our resolve with the precision of a skilled artisan. Epictetus' age-old wisdom echoes. It's not our experiences, but our reactions to them that truly matter. This is not an exhortation to silence, but a call for judiciousness. It challenges us to traverse our inner conflicts with as much poise as we exhibit outwardly. In an era where sharing every aspect of our existence is tempting, it's essential to remember that not all struggles require a public stage. There's a sanctity in silent struggle, in choosing selectively who to confide in about our deepest trials. In today's world, where the boundary between private and public is increasingly blurred by social media, the astute recognize the strength in strategic secrecy. Treasure your silent battles. They are the crucibles forging your resilience, a testament to your resolve and bravery as you journey through life. Understand that the truest acts of valor often remain unseen. The profound resonance of your personal challenges may be imperceptible to others. Not every confidant can grasp the intricacies of your battles. This is where Stoicism's wisdom truly shines, teaching us that the most significant transformations often occur in the quiet refuge of our souls, where brave warriors waged their most pivotal battles in profound solitude. Fourth, your personal achievements and fortunes. In life's rich tapestry, each accomplishment is a vibrant strand, interwoven into our identity's fabric. While the world frequently proclaims its victories, Stoicism advocates for a more subdued celebration. Why opt for a whisper over a shout? The answer lies in the understated confidence stemming from self-assurance. Independent of external validation, sharing successes should be a deliberate act, marked by discernment rather than spontaneity. It's about recognizing that the true significance of our achievements resonates within, not in the echoes of public acclaim. Sharing successes should be a deliberate act, marked by discernment rather than. Stoicism doesn't advocate for diminishing joy, but seeks a happiness that isn't reliant on the whims of public perception. As we discreetly celebrate our milestones, we construct an internal stronghold impervious to society's fluctuating adulation and reproach. This practice is mirrored in the lives of many influential figures who recognized that true brilliance doesn't need to waver at every gust of opinion. The story of Icarus is not just a warning against arrogance, but also a poignant symbol of the personal pitfalls stemming from an unyielding quest for external validation. Thus, savor your successes, but let your deepest pride be a private affair. In doing so, you embody the Stoic principle that genuine satisfaction springs from within, and the most profound accolades are those we bestow upon ourselves in our inner reflections. Stoicism views success handling as a subtle art, a careful equilibrium between honoring one's efforts and not allowing them to define us in others' eyes. This isn't about lessening achievements. It's about elevating them through humility's lens. In an era of permanent digital traces and a compulsion to publicize every victory, there's a rebellious honor in choosing moderation. Stoicism encourages a different path, where we absorb our accomplishments' essence before contemplating their disclosure. The deepest, most lasting fulfillment arises internally, pristine and unblemished, not requiring external affirmation to validate its value. So when you next reach a peak, take a moment to savor it. Let its significance resonate. Understand its true impact on your life's path. If you opt to share, do so thoughtfully with those who appreciate the essence over the spectacle. In this way, the fabric of your life's achievements maintains its integrity, woven from threads of authentic success, shining brightly without needing external illumination to be recognized as valuable by the most critical. Judge yourself. Fifth, your forthcoming goals. The journey toward our future is often as crucial as the destination. Stoic philosophy emphasizes the value in privately navigating this path. View your plans as seeds requiring a nurturing darkness, shielded from premature exposure that could stunt their growth or expose them to doubt and criticism. Envision your future endeavors as strategic chess moves. Revealing your strategy prematurely might compromise your efforts, allowing others to predict and counter your tactics. Silence, in this context, acts as a safeguard, preserving your plan's efficacy until they can withstand external challenges and scrutiny. Remember, there's a time for sowing and a time for reaping. In between, there's a vital phase of concealed growth that often thrives under silence's protective embrace. Cherish this period, letting your future objectives unfold naturally, maturing into the formidable realities they're destined to become. Your silence is not an emptiness, it's a space brimming with potential, awaiting the opportune moment to transform into achievements. In today's culture of constant disclosure and visibility, consider the strategic genius of keeping your intentions concealed. Picture the Stoic chess master, calmly studying the board. His forthcoming move remains a secret, his strategies veiled. Yet his focus is unwaveringly fixed on the endgame. His strength lies in the unseen, in the moves sensed but not revealed, in plans devised in the quiet recesses of his mind. Howard Hughes, the enigmatic aviator and businessman, was a master of secrecy. His projects, cloaked in mystery, unfolded on his terms, unsettling rivals and captivating the public. His legacy of silence demonstrates that in the absence of noise, our plans can mature into their most effective form. Embracing the Stoic methodology fosters a sanctuary for your aspiration, safeguarding them from the world's speculations. This space permits your plans to flourish unmarred by external viewpoints. In line with Seneca's philosophy, it involves recognizing your goals and skillfully maneuvering the caprices of fate to your benefit. Unveiling your intentions too soon may leave you susceptible to the whims of fleeting influences. As you navigate your course, bear in mind that Stoicism endorses a considerate reservation. It's not secrecy for the sake of secrecy, but a strategic and judicious command over the information you elect to disclose. In a society that extols transparency, there exists a profound, understated strength in cultivating your ambitions privately. When the time comes to reveal your triumphs, they are not just mere proclamations, but the climactic disclosure of a meticulously orchestrated plan, where each step was executed with deliberate intention and foresight. 6. Consider the doubting whispers that linger in the secluded chambers of your mind. Ever pondered their purpose? These internal questions, am I capable? What if I fail? Might actually be covert allies, nudging you towards heightened self-awareness. Why do we often feel compelled to vocalize these doubts, seeking affirmation from others? Perhaps in the reverberating corridors of Stoic thought, we find a more profound truth, that silence is not simply the absence of sound, but a significant reaction in itself. How does one traverse the perilous waters of self-doubt? Engaging these uncertainties in introspective battleground might transform them into catalysts for growth. In a world where our deepest thoughts can be instantly shared, isn't there an unparalleled fortitude in introspection, in cherishing solitude? What if the bravest act is to face these inner adversaries alone, allowing oneself to be both the conflict zone and the mediator? Perhaps, in quietly repairing our spirit's frailties, we are actually equipping ourselves for a more victorious journey, not despite the doubts, but owing to the insights gained in surmounting them. 7th, your personal development. The sculptor chiseling marble is an apt metaphor for self-growth silent. Intimate art where careful reduction shapes a masterpiece. shielded from the public eye. Each personal triumph and internal lesson carve your character independent of external acknowledgement. Like Michelangelo unveiling David from stone, your self-evolution is a solitary disclosure of your authentic self, not a display for onlookers. Seneca's counsel to continually learn how to live suggests that growth is less about public declaration and more about private acknowledgement. The most genuine self-improvement is crafted in quiet reflection, a process not for audience applause, but for the soul's satisfaction. Stoicism values internal recognition over external praise, understanding that true progress is measured by how we perceive and refine ourselves in our own contemplative solitude. In a digital age where life's canvas is often publicly displayed, the impulse to chronicle every thought and triumph is pervasive. Yet, pause and consider, is this for external validation or genuine connection? Reflecting on Marcus Aurelius' musings on transformation and opinion, personal evolution is intimate. While the world may have myriad views, they are inconsequential compared to the authenticity of your own journey. Silently navigating your personal odyssey often has a more profound impact than broadcasting each twist and turn. Let your actions and their results, the essence of your evolved self, resonate more loudly than any proclamation. Like a silent vessel traversing the vast sea, it's the arrival, not the fanfare of the journey, that truly calms. Your transformation, your inner sculpture, needs no constant spotlight to affirm its worth. 8. Cut your single gripes. In a realm where woes may turn viral, there's deep might in the calm stance toward personal slights. Ever see how sharing gripes often magnifies them? Stoicism urges us to sift through our displeasure quietly, teaching that inner peace isn't the absence of turmoil, but the mastery of it. The Stoic wisdom of Epicurus rings true. It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things. Picture for a bit the freedom in seeing irritations as mere shadows that lose power when faced with our scrutiny's light. When we look inward and ask if a grievance truly holds weight, we often find it doesn't merit the energy we're ready to give. It's a skill to discern which battles are worth fighting and which are echoes of pride or fear. As you navigate everyday annoyances, think about embracing the Stoic vessel's core steady, unswayed by fleeting storms of irritation. Quietly resilient. This marks a person in control of reactions and in command of peace. Reflect on this when grievances come our way. What do we achieve by broadcasting them? Stoicism urges us to address discontent intentionally, not through public spectacle. Consider Edison and Tesla's feud, fueled by deep-seated grievances. Their rivalry stained their legacy and hindered potential collaboration in today's world. Quick to share and judge, there's pressure to expose grievances for release. Yet Stoicism advises a different path. Confront issues internally, discern roots, and respond with wisdom, not impulsiveness. When annoyance strikes, instead of lashing out, reflect. Will voicing this grievance alter circumstances, or just feed discord? Embrace silence, not as passive surrender, but as strategic choice. The power of self-control and ensuing tranquility testify a true mastery over oneself. This is the Stoic wayfinding strength, not in confrontation's clamor, but in quiet resolve to rise above. 9. Feel the gentle ebb and flow of your emotions. akin to the majestic oak tree, standing steadfast through the seasons. Witness the cycles of nature, quietly enduring with roots deeply entrenched in the soul, an embodiment of resilience. Your emotions, rich and vibrant, mirror the oak's seasons, not needing public display like autumn leaves in the wind. Profound strength lies in silently acknowledging your feelings, allowing them space to breathe and unfurl in their own time. In a world captivated by expressive spectacles, the Stoic approach calls for introspection and measured revelation. Much like Marcus Aurelius poured his profound emotions into private pages, we too can find value in internal dialogue. His reflections were not for public eyes but to guide us by example, encouraging us to consider the merit of pausing and processing our emotions inwardly first. Amidst the rush to broadcast reactions in our modern landscape, is there not greater wisdom in the quietude following a storm? Taking moments to sit with our feelings allows them to marinate and settle into the fabric of our being. This isn't a call for emotional detachment, but for deliberate connection with ourselves. Stoic practice is not indifference, but discernment, understanding that not every wave of emotion needs a loud crash in public forums. Some waves are better left to roll quietly back into the ocean of our inner world, letting us navigate with profound clarity that solitude provides. When emotions rise like the tide, consider giving them room to ebb and flow within the privacy of your mind. These experiences are your personal passages through life's ever-changing tapestry. Not every chapter requires an audience. Some gain true value when journeyed in the quiet company of one's own soul, ready to be shared when your spirit finds it fitting. 10. The allure of excessive comfort. The siren call enticing us to stay within familiar paths is powerful, yet there's profound strength in silently stepping beyond these bounds, seeking the heat of the forge rather than the warmth of the hearth. This path, less celebrated but often more transformative, holds unspoken valor in embracing the discomfort of a cold shower, the discipline of a pre-dawn run, or the austerity of a simple meal. In these moments, the temptation to proclaim our ventures can be strong. Social media beckons. The world waits to like our efforts. However, Stoicism teaches the virtue of reticence, the value of allowing actions to speak solely to ourselves, not for the chorus of approval. At the crossroads of comfort and challenge, remember that the greatest strides are made in solitude. Authenticity is found not in accolades, but in the silent affirmation of our spirit. As Marcus Aurelius might urge, let actions be for progress, not for show. Historical figures like Alexander the Great chose the austerity of a soldier's life over the opulence of a king's court, a private exercise in character and resistance to excess. While not a call to asceticism, this serves as a reminder that in our modern lives, we face our own empires of comfort. The lure of ease is a test of character in itself, and personal, unspoken trials fortify us. Silent victories are not for the world to witness, but for the soul's fortitude. Our personal narrative, while the world hastens to indulge, find valor in the unseen, in the modest resistances upheld daily. Allow yourself the occasional retreat into simplicity, into the less comfortable aspects of existence. within these moments. Chosen privations often lead to the most profound growth. Remarkable transformations are not heralded by fanfare, but forged in the quiet recesses of daily life. Your encouragement is the key reason we can share interesting ideas. If you have any subjects or ideas you'd like us to cover, please let us know in the comments. Your ideas inspire us to keep providing deep insights. If you enjoy this, give it a thumbs up and subscribe together. We'll continue to spread the light of knowledge.